Hi everyone, welcome back to the Mistaken Garden. It's been just over a month since the last time I did a walkthrough of my yard. Normally I would be trying to do a video once a week, but things happen. We went on a vacation down to Portland and so I came back and a lot of my lilies, like you can see behind me, are open. So I thought I'd do a little video today before the rain that's coming tomorrow damages the lilies. But yeah, for those that don't know, I'm located on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada, and we're a zone 9B. And I know it changes a little bit depending on where you live on the island, but it's pretty warm here. And yeah, so I will start as per usual in the courtyard and start from there and go around the yard. A lot of the roses have already either been eaten by the deer or have already bloomed, and I just cut them back a few days ago when we got back from our trip. So it'll take a couple weeks for them to recover from being pruned back. But yeah, a lot of them should have roses the next time I do a walkthrough of my yard. So let's get started. It is 5:30 at night here. So the mosquitoes have not arrived yet, but they will be coming out shortly. These are my hanging baskets that I did this year. I'm not really sure what these are called or how to pronounce it. It starts with an M. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know. They're not normally hanging baskets. They're supposed to be potted plants on a trellis, but I thought that'd be kind of fun to have. Don't you love my solar light? It looks really cool at nighttime when it's on. I bought a whole bunch of stuff from that wonderful website or app, I guess you would call it, Temu, including this little water fountain. It's solar powered, so it only works when the sun's on it. It's pretty cute though. This is my first stem of flowers for the year on this rose plant. Now I believe, oh no, looks like I took the tag off. I forget what the name of that one is. This one here, nice red Ingrid Bergman, and it will flower in the next couple weeks. But check out the tree lilies. Look at that. So last year this tree lily had 16 blooms on it, and I counted, and this year it has 25. It's pretty remarkable. It's probably about 6 feet tall. Now this tree lily I actually dug up from over there by that tree. I'll show you in a minute. A lot of the deer eat every deer will eat lilies. So I try to dig them up from that tree and move them into my courtyard because the deer don't seem to come in here and eat them, knock on wood. But the scent is wonderful. This is my plumeria, which is an indoor plant during the winter time. They're from Hawaii. Now, you can't really tell on the video, but look at how thick the stalk is on this tree lily. Like it's a tree stalk. It's a tree trunk. It's insane. This is just a planter that I have cactus growing in that I collected from the Okanagan. But this year I planted some flowers in here that my friend down the road gave me that she had leftovers from her baskets, and they seem to be doing pretty well. And here are some of the petunias. I absolutely love the multicolor petunias that I was able to find this year. This area is all new. Well, that host is old, but I planted a whole bunch of lilies that my girlfriend gave me. They'll get bigger next year. Here's some other beautiful pink ones. There's actually two trees you can see here. 2 of them. I just love lilies. And as per usual, you can tell my favorite color is pink. So I have lots of pink lilies. Down here are some plants that I haven't planted yet. These are chocolate cosmos, and they're done now and they're going to seed. So I'm just saving them so I can plant them next year. I got them from Jason from Fraser Valley Rose Farm. He's on YouTube. And they actually smell like chocolate. They're really cool. They're hard to find too. So when he came to my local garden club and he was selling some, I snatched them right up. Oh, here's another hanging basket that I did. They like the shade, so they do really well here. That hanging basket. Here's a pot that I did with another petunia that's multicolor. Some cannas. It's Lady Gardener. I had to put some netting up to prevent the deer from eating my stuff. Sorry, I paused there. Brendan's car pulled up and it's quite loud. But yeah, there's my tree lily in the courtyard. And these are some petunias that I picked up from Costco this year. They aren't really doing much, but I think they worked out to be about $3 per plant. So not bad considering how big they are. One of my artichokes. It will flower soon. I have one in the back that I'll show you that's flowering. I put another little deer fence here because they kept on eating my fig tree, and it seems like it's working so far. I don't see any figs developing on it yet, but we'll see. Those are some more petunias from Costco. This is my distant drum rose. It got eaten pretty badly by the deer. So hopefully this netting will kind of keep it a little safe. Maybe I'll get a couple more blooms on it this year. It doesn't really want to focus on it. Oh well. And this is my area of tree lilies that I dug up and transplanted into the courtyard. You can see I also put netting around it to prevent the deer. But yeah, these ones are a little bit taller. These stakes are 6 feet, so they're a little taller, so probably about 6.5 feet tall. Once they die back, I'll dig them up and plant them in the courtyard. This is one of my fruit trees, my cherry tree. I dug it up from a friend's yard, and the cherries are actually pretty tasty. I've got to figure out something to do with it there. I might put a fence up and some wire to trellis it a little bit. This is an area that I'm going to be working on tonight to weed it. The honeysuckle just takes over. I always shake my head when I see that people are purposely planting honeysuckle because it's horrible here. It just takes off. Look at this poppy. Look at how nice it is on the inside. It's gonna have tons of seeds. So we go along here. There's more honeysuckle. There is a rose back there. It needs something. I probably need to change the sprinkler so it gets more water. And that's a rose that I dug up from someone's yard. It actually seems to be doing fine. It's got a little bit of diseased on it. You know, obviously these canes will get cut, but yeah, I think it will survive being transplanted. It'll take probably about 2 or 3 years to really show what it will look like. This is a new rose this year, Cinco de Mayo. It got eaten really badly by the deer. So another reason I need to put a fence up here or something. This side over here, I haven't done anything to. I really have to weed it and put down some dirt or some compost. You can see all the weeds in here. This is a camellia tree that I dug up from someone's yard. It will take a couple years. Hydrangea there. It will take a couple years also. But it'll be nice to kind of fill in this area so there's less weeds. A smoke bush. I gotta plant it. Now, in my attempt to keep the deer away, you can kind of see this is the fence here. I put deer fencing up and I cleared out a lot of the area behind these trees so I could put the netting up. Hopefully you can see that. It's hard to pull it up on camera. But anyways, yeah, I need to finish this, fence it all the way up to behind there. But I cleaned it all up and there's a lot more areas to plant things now, which is great. You can see here, it's really wide. So the fence is attached to that tree and attached to this tree. So lots of areas to plant things as a hedge, maybe some big rhodos or something. And then over here, this is where the gate is. You can see the fencing 6 feet up. I know they say that deer will typically jump through anything that they can see through, but the deer here are pretty lazy. So I'm gonna continue the fence all the way down along here because they can jump from this higher landing here onto this side. I got this cute little wind thing from a garden club friend of mine. Isn't that fun? And these are all my new plants I have to plant. My girlfriend needed to get rid of them out of her yard. So she called me up and I came and dug them up today. Okay, let's go show you the veggie garden. And keep in mind, I've been gone for the past 2 weeks. So there's lots of weeds back here. This is the second year for these roses. So next year they'll do a lot better. These are stalk flowers. If you've never grown stalk before, you really should. The scent is incredible. These are all my sunflowers. They are seeds that I saved from last year. These are all my peas. Then my tomatoes. This is my terrible veggie bed. I had planted some broccoli and it just flowered, so I haven't done anything with it. There are some really sad pepper plants. Lots of weeds in here, but my pepper plant, I mean, this is not a pepper. It's supposed to get quite tall. It grows, well, it doesn't actually say how tall it's supposed to go, but it definitely is not what it should be. Here's another pepper plant, Snackable Reds. That's a lie. They're supposed to get 18 to 24 inches tall. Yeah, that's fake news. Did not happen. My garlic. My lettuces. Now I did harvest one bed of garlic last night. So tomorrow I'm probably going to do this bed and leave this one for another week or two. They're two different varieties. My dahlia has flowered. I'm not sure what the variety is. This is my other dahlia. It's got a bloom coming. Not really a fan of them because I get so many earwigs here. And here's my artichoke that has flowered. Isn't that crazy? I bought it for the height and to create some privacy, and it will take a couple years to get to the full height. They do come back. I'm supposed to get to be about 4 inches tall, 4 feet tall by 4 feet wide. So we'll see what happens next year. Pretty skinny and short this year. This is my rhodoforest. As you can tell, I need to go through and deadhead them all. See? Take off all those. Those are the seed pods they were developing. Don't want that to happen because then all the energy goes into creating seed pods. Plus it looks a lot nicer when they're gone. See? Let's go back here. My elephant ear plant has sprouted some leaves. There we go. There's 4 and 5. There's one coming up here too. So the bulb for this was huge. So we'll see how it does and if it comes back next year. And here is my rhodo, the dinosaur one, that blooms once it reaches 25 years. So hopefully next year it will flower. This rhodo really did come back well this year. Last year it was being eaten. You can see it probably still is, but not as bad as it was last year. And it's getting a lot more sun now that we took down a tree. Lucifer plants. And then yeah, this area, which mostly just has rhodos, they already flowered. Same with that one. My greenhouse, which I'm sure you've seen lots of on my channel. This is a potted arrangement that I did. This has those white flowers in it, like those hanging baskets does. And then down here is just my rhodo hedge, which needs to be deadheaded. But it looks pretty cool with the different color leaves. The light green ones are the new ones coming out. And as you can see, they also need to be deadheaded. And then my apple tree, which is doing really well. We trimmed it back quite heavily this year. And we have lots of apples coming out on it. Well, thanks for sticking around to watch my video. If you want to see what my yard looks like in a couple weeks, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get notified next time I post a new video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.